already made $5 million. It's like that's cool and all, but we want to see what was it like when you were about to get evicted. What was it like when the business was not working? What was it like when you wanted to quit? Like we want to see that. That's not a big reason why we got the middle rate, but I think that it's only people I can think of that probably have done that is this kid named Iman Ghazi.
I started. Yep.
You can do that.
So. Because it's also connected to my.
Yeah, I see 2 streams.
It's the second one. To the part 2.
So you can do that.
Hop to the part 2. Let me just do I'll put this up.
Let's see her.
What you mean? You still on the stream? Tonight.
I'm going to leave this stream. Other stream actually has
because tonight will be the night. My phone is back. Oh, I forgot that I'm also.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep hearing me tonight. Be the night. Because my hair is like in my face. I mean, this needs to charge. What you doing? It's doing the thing. Oh, honestly, I mean, where's the charger? Can't hold it. All right, we got 4 people here. How was the stream to you guys? Is it lagging? Can you hear us?
Wow. Yeah, 1200. Were you monetized on Oh, Jessica, were you monetized on YouTube?
Okay, cool. Nasia, her name's Tammy? Okay. So Nasia said it's lagging. It was lagging. These snickerdoodles are pretty good. Like, not really, but yeah. So, no, I want to eat it. I want to eat it. And so, and then you can say, "Oh my God, it's amazing." Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God, this thing is so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. They can't even see you now. I don't think.
Oh, oh God. You about to go on? Whew.
Because I'm like, I'm trying to see the YouTube at the same time. Okay. I think I have to put. Okay, I have to put the YouTube up there. But I love snickerdoodles so much, and they're so easy to make. These like I used brown sugar by accident, and they didn't come out too. They didn't come out bad, but I don't like coarse. Look, the brown sugar is too coarse. If it was like fine, it would have been better. But nonetheless, I love snickerdoodles as well. Okay, yeah. Do you want Chinese food? I'm gonna have to order on your phone. I don't know if Jessica's here yet. Jessica, were you monetized on YouTube?
What's not from them?
What's not? Damn. It's not.
And you need the phone.
It's plugged into my. Yeah. Donovan's reconfiguring the space so that we could get down to business. Hmm? Defeat the who?
Let's get down to business to defeat the Hun.
Is that from Wuhan?
Yes.
Lamar, I'm in my 20s. Okay. Okay.
For decades. Ready for that? 33 decades old.
Are you ready for that? Right. Look at me. You're like 4 months away.
I am nowhere near that.
You 4 months away from shit third. You have to go to OBS on here.
It's pretty good. So you talking about me for the whole bouncing up and down on top.
He said we only.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That song was hard. I mean, there was another one that kind of like, but that one was the one that really was like there was another one too that went hard. It had a serious beat, but that one had the bar.
Every time I move so that I can be in the frame, you move in front of me.
What do you mean? You know what's crazy? I'm trying to be in front of this, but the camera's over there.
I feel like you see me moving and then you move.
I do.
Because I move and you be like,
literally did. That's it. It's because I'm trying to be in front of this. So now, see, now there you go. Man, I love y'all. All right. Okay. So one thing I always love to do each New Year live. We're in our fourth year now, I think.
wow.
Insane, right? Why? I don't know why I saw the old stream. Listen, I let everybody know. I said, hey, we on the part two.
Oh, but Jessica, he was asking if you were monetized.
Say that.
Free delivery over post.
Oh, good. My skin.
Like a hair done.
My hair getting done. My skin is. I think you know what it is. I think it's the blood flow. I think pulling on my hair makes the blood flow into my face. She said. She said I was there, but I moved this far.
No.
I see it over here.
Yes. Go to the top. Yeah, you want to see.
I don't know where you are.
Right. There. Gently. Just gently go to the top. Right. And then it should be what would you ask me for? So go to tools, I think. It's either tools or those dots.
Oh, okay. It was, but not now. Really? How's that work? Is it, because you need 4,000 hours like every year? Is that why? Huh. Wait, so listen, you put it up here. Okay.
Here we go. What do you want? Star.
Check it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Is that size?
Yeah, she definitely understands the. So we can be streamers. Look at this. Look at this view. Look at this. Quality is good.
I want to stream. I want to stream. I'm like, you can't put that out there. We should be streamers. I want to stream.
Oh, what? Yeah, sponsored videos. Why you took them down? Yeah, I've never had sponsored. You don't have watch hours? Oh, the videos that had the most views, you took them down? What? You don't have watch? Um, also click, also click. Which one puts it on? I want to show you.
What you mean?
If I wanted to put this, whenever I'm on my computer, let me see. Hold on. Scene two, YouTube screen share.
I can't. Oh yeah, the share screen is when you're sharing. Right now it's on. So this, what you see here, that's what is.
Videos.
You want to do that?
If I to put the computer on the screen, one button do I?
You would click share. Honestly, I think you should put the OBS.
OBS update. What about that first?
I cleaned it today too.
Yeah, it be certain things. Um, here. Hang of this. Yes, I'm about to be a streamer, you guys. I'm a streamer in 30 days.
Why you want to keep saying stuff that you don't mean?
It's not for you. It's for you. I need you.
Oh, why can't no?
What do you mean, no?
If I can be streaming, you can be streaming.
I can make money in my house and all that stuff. It's so easy. Everybody does it. All you do is sit there and look at the computer and be like, and you play video games.
Been doing it.
You play video games. I'm too old. I'm 30. It can't be a stream after. What do you do? What do you do?
Don't do this.
So this is on the screen. So, all right, here we go. I'm about to put on some of last year's live. That feels. So YouTube is definitely a grind, and especially what we're doing. I hate it.
My computer.
Yes. And if I put a YouTube, go to YouTube.
Oh, I don't like that very much.
Oh my. Is it this one?
Damn, I think it is that one.
Alright, so the first live is either the one that got 875 views or
I think it's the one that got 800.
oh yeah. I did not know this was in the same stream. This is 6 hours. Oh my goodness.
I think you put timestamps.
I think I did. Lord have mercy. The feelings cold because listen, it's still. Did we like leave and then stream on the way home? Was it video? I
think
played
you
it.
added the yard.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. So y'all don't even know about it. Y'all probably tell me y'all probably do know about this. What's chat? Oh, this is the chat from there. This is.
You might. Where's your iPad? Maybe where's my iPad? To see the chat. Oh, because it's not up there.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's it.
Yeah, look up. Can you see a face?
Can't be done. I'm gonna try and fix it.
I wonder if the sound is lower once you go. I have to tell.
How do I fix this issue?
I can see.
Okay. I'll do that. Uh-huh. Now, how we doing something? We are experiencing difficulties because we are hopeful and still back something like that. You know, so you can zoom into that. Wait,
Put OBS on.
check both there. Okay, ooh, okay, ooh, ooh, go ahead. Put it back, put it back.
Exactly. She said so. Almost there. I can't.
Yes, what
But that is.
I know what you're saying. Put it down. What's it is saying it? We're kind of talking, but not really.
Can you hear us?
Right. Can you hear us? We're trying to figure out this damn OBS.
Do we need to go out again?
Hold on.
They on mute? No, we shouldn't be. Can you guys?
How is the chat?
She said, "Do you want it?" Yes, so. She knew. Then I see the red. Okay, but it's.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What's this? Oh, wait. I wish y'all could see what we're looking at right now. Oh, I see what it is. This is previewing all the different things before we. That's why I think it's a view. So go back to view. Right. Hold on. Is it multi-view? Alright. This is the difficulty of technical things.
Woo!
Right, so it's a multi-view. So that means there's a regular pump. If you go back and go back, hold on, wait, there. Yes, mama. Click on YouTube. Jessica. I follow that page. So it's they have full blown conversation. Anyway, let me try to. Okay. So apparently this is called the video feedback. So that's like wait, no, I couldn't speak of. I don't even know. I don't even know what.
That sounds like a
Come on. Oh my gosh, what you press? Look at the chat. It's so she said that they can't hear us on this stream. Oh, maybe turn up.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now.
Is there a way to just hook up your? Hold on. Hello. Hey. You guys hear stuff? Huh?
Oh, good.
One might be from my. Can you guys hear us better?
Hello? Alright, so now that we have got all of the um honestly, I mean I'd be um that we were trying to do from before, I know that we don't even have
Hello?
It still hurt. Like having a car was fun. We could get into it, go places. It was nice to have it, but we weren't paying for it. So it's like, all right, I got my feelings out.
Yeah, it was a lot to. It was a lot to manage. The car came with its own things. So as great
Don't
as it
say
was to,
Texas.
right, Texas.
Can I hear the
As great as it was to have, it's kind of like, yeah, you gotta weigh the good to the
can
bad.
I hear anybody from the video talking?
We didn't report freelance income. Dan, that's tough. That's tough. Listen, I'm on that. I'm gonna come back to that too. But I know the feds is watching, so I might not say it. But I'll come back to that too. Um, so what the main thing that we need the car for is just driving to fairs, like and grocery shopping. Those are the only like
Not really
necessities,
groceries.
right? Not groceries, but those are the only things that the car had a huge benefit for us was to go and pick up groceries. So now we can put it in the car and come back home. And the craft fairs. Craft fairs number one. Craft fairs like craft fairs huge, right? Like this is we're driving to craft fairs to make hundreds or thousands of dollars.
P
I
purchase.
got you a drink though. I got you a drink though. Here I am
Oh,
with
Pinterest.
no drink.
That's very important for next year because majority the
Sound like the guy
the
I know
target
what my
audience for
diet
our
Dr. Pepper
candles
Kill. I know you weren't
isn't
trying to do
necessarily women. Excuse me, but
I know you
the target audience for like I guess candles in general would be women. And something we had a meeting with someone from Pinterest. Was it like
trying to
last week or
find
last
where's
month?
our
And they were
it's at least
they were trying to
New
figure out
Year's
if we'd
resolution.
be a good fit.
You're worried
You're
about
worried about
YouTube using
YouTube
the same
using the
email
same
address.
email.
But I wanted it to be pink, but not pink, but like beige.
So these are the
These are
comments
the might be
over and over
over
and
and over and
expecting a different
expect a
result.
different result.
So shout out
So
to
shout out to
Bill.
Bill.
Vlogmas.
Vlogmas.
We're gonna
We're
be
gonna
doing
be doing
something
something
similar to
similar
that,
to
which I
that,
talked
which I
about
talked
on the podcast briefly
briefly
for the
for the
MBur Candle
Amber
channel.
channel.
So we're gonna start that channel today too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro.
So
So yes,
So yes,
Melissa's
now
gonna
this is
show
gonna
you
show
what
you what
of
of
our
our
goals we did
goals we did
achieve
achieve
this
this
year.
year.
so this is Donovan's goals
These
right
the ones
here.
that
Ooh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, what you want to check
Wait,
though?
what you want to check
You
though?
know how do you
No
want to check
hard
it? Wait,
one.
where's my pen?
Right, you ain't check nothing off.
Nah. Where's my pen?
Nah.
Let me get that. Let
Right,
me.
right. So here's Donovan's goals. These are my goals right over here. So he's checking his goals off right now.
So these are the goals that we have for
Um,
2022.
so yeah, let's see. Funny enough, I had a spreadsheet. Let me see if I could pull it up. I had a spreadsheet to try to keep track of my goals, like reading the 2 books a month and all that stuff. Let me see if it's still here.
Okay, here we go. Look at that. I went to the gym. This.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. He went. He went. It was cute. It was a cute.
I was going to the
He
gym
was.
for like I think it was like February to like April, maybe something like maybe like March to like June, something like that. And I was going to play basketball. I was kind of working that. I was playing basketball, right? And that kind of counts as going to the gym. I was lifting weights a little bit, you know. Uh,
Mhm.
so that's what I was. That's what I was doing. So
These
Right.
are goals for this year.
got
Yeah,
my
bro.
one out of 11. That's point. That's point nine. That's 9%.
So this is my. Oh, I guess I added something to it too. Okay. So my goals are slightly different than what I said in the video. So yeah, read 2 books a month, do 12 craft fairs, 2 Airbnbs, have 2 or more cars on Turo, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, edit 1 video a week, have 1,000 followers on the candle page, make 25,000 with the candles,
Like I said, every
drop an
year our
EP,
goals be
and
like
also
this,
find an
like
appraisal
this,
mentor
like
because we're
this,
gonna
like
be in
this,
Georgia, and
like
that's where
this.
I
And
have my
like, all
state
right,
license
we
at.
want to survive
So
until the end of the
what I
year.
was saying earlier is that
That's
I
it.
made a
That
little
means that
spreadsheet to
next
kind
thing
of
we might
keep
even
track
not
of
even have half a
everything.
goal.
So I'm gonna add these Vlogmas videos in here.
Yeah, yeah, for
Oh
sure.
my
Two,
goodness.
3, 4,
Listen,
5,
at this
6,
point,
7. I think
And
that's
he
we
like
has
had
Titty too. He
eight,
has Titty too.
nine,
Airbnb,
10,
Turo
11,
wholesalers.
12,
The
13.
We
goal is
had
50 too.
I'm
house
pretty sure I
flipping.
edited like 14 videos.
The goal is to
So
50.
the goals that I did achieve
Right.
this year, we definitely did more than 12 craft fairs. That's freaking amazing. I don't
Okay.
know how much exactly we did. Do you know how many? But yeah.
That's on my spreadsheet. I don't know like, off my top of my
Yeah.
head, but it's definitely. I think it's closer to 30, 40.
30, 40, yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely did a lot. I feel like it. Oh, they're definitely at 40 days for sure.
Yeah.
So not do
Where's
that.
the goal for this?
I wanted to try and hit this goal.
The way I structured my goals was the house would be done by January, and the money we make would be
Yeah,
put
I learned my
towards
lesson
all
from
other
this.
stuff. So I think there are a lot of things I can work on to hit my goals for this year, and one
Let's
of the
see.
things that I'm going to do differently for this year
What did I
is
say?
have it be, I guess, quarterly. So that would be quarterly is 3 months. It would be three because it's 1/4 of the year. But I think quarterly is too short. So I'm doing every 4 months. I'm gonna have a check in every 4 months. Is that enough? Maybe it should be three.
We did 3 months
I
strong. We didn't do
I
the
like 4 months.
last
All right. So every 4 months,
July
whatever my
for the
goals that I
year.
make are today, is I'm gonna have a check in for those goals, and I want to work backwards from that month to today. That's what I want to do.
You did
How
a
much you
one.
profit from the candles?
And
Profit. Let's say
once October
we
came, it
make
was rough.
50,000. Our margins are like 40% after all the expenses that we put into it. So it's probably a little bit higher because some craft fairs, it was not the craft fairs, it was
I
going
want to
in
see what is.
every 4 months.
We're talking about the goals for this
To
year.
my goals list is to make sure that I'm always 30 minutes early
Okay, here we go.
achieve that. And then I'm going to do, so for example, if my goal is to make, all right, so I want to make my goals for this year first, and then we'll go backwards from there, and then try to have it so every 4 months we're working from there. So, for example, if my goal is to make 100,000 next year, that means by April I should be at like 30,000 or something like that, right? Or 33,000. What I should be at by April, and then I'm gonna do week by week what I should be doing to get to that goal, and then that will be what I put on my to do list to get to that goal. And I also want to change character traits about myself, because I think I always try to set goals for just what I want to achieve at something that's more physical. So one of the things I was thinking about adding to my goals list is to make sure that I'm always 30 minutes early to any.
Did not
What are we
achieve that one.
talking? I'm
We're doing
always
good
30
Right.
minutes
for a
early
little
to
bit, but
any
then I
planned
stopped.
event. That's one thing I want to add to my goals list. I also one of them I was thinking about was uh, this one is hard to kind of quantify and keep track of, but doing what I say I'm going to do and not agreeing to things that I either don't want to do or I'm probably not going to do. So
I
that,
think
like I
that
said,
one
that one's
was.
gonna be hard to keep track of. But
Uh,
I think if I put more stock in agreeing to do
nah,
something,
nah.
and if I know I have to do it now, then I probably will agree to less things. So, but by default, I'll probably accomplish more things
I'll
because
probably
my
say.
load is.
What did you not do that you said?
So a couple of things. So uh, so okay. So I definitely think I not because of the goals, because I don't really remember it that much, but I definitely felt like I said no more this year. I feel that. But one thing that I agreed to, which I should not have agreed to, but I didn't look at it from this perspective, was borrowing money. And I feel like a lot of the timetables that I had in mind for paying loans off didn't come into fruition. And I feel like that's something that I would not agree to, or at least that's not a part of that, I guess, goal for the year. So I think that's definitely one. So that's something I probably, well, that goes into one of my goals I have for this year anyway. But that's something I probably won't do again. It's like, because short term loans are really bad. And even still with short term loans, I think thinking more long term, I think is the thing. Because in my mind, a year is not short term, but it's absolutely like if you got a mortgage for a year, you'd be in shambles.
What?
So I think it's just another thing too, which this one is kind of like up in the air. A lot of things happened this year, and borrowing money wasn't terrible. I think that I think that the big one for me is uh, it. Okay, move from over here. I think that I didn't account for enough doubts with borrowing, and I think that that's a problem. I also think, and this is me talking to somebody that still wants to borrow. So I don't think that borrowing money is terrible. I think that the problem is borrowing small amounts of money. I feel like that might be.
Think I think small amounts. I think the amounts are small.
Aren't small enough. I mean, not big enough. Like, I think that if we had borrowed like $50,000, I think that we would have been able to do
Mm.
I think if we had borrowed $50,000, we would have had a lot less problems because we would have been able to maneuver through. Uh, hey, we have to pay an extra month for the membership, or we have to buy like if we had $50,000 in the account back then we borrowed it, we could have bought all the materials without like in February at a discount because we had the money to buy. It. As opposed to like, okay, I have to the amount of money I'm borrowing is very close to how much money I'm making. So once if I have to like if I borrow $2,000 for the business right now, that's not gonna do anything. Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna do enough where it's like
But I think that really borrow large sums of money until we have like a situation in terms of like either even then it
Right, but
was kind of if we were borrowing. Hey Tori, what's up? Like if you were borrowing less, you would be able to pay it, like be able to do as much.
so
But that's looking at two different factors.
okay. This is the issue with not borrowing enough. If and we borrow $1,000, right? And then we get a phone call that the or we not even let's say we borrowed $2,000. This is more legitimate. And then we find out that the craft fair is telling us that we have to pay $700 for the membership deposit. That $2,000 was supposed to be spent to make us more money, but if we don't have enough, not only have $300. So now we're back in the same spot that we were in before, but we borrowed $1,700. So we still have to pay back the $1,700 and then borrow more money to do whatever we're going to do the first place, the original 2,000. So we have to actually spend it.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's too much because it's either I think it shouldn't be that number in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a middle number. I feel like because it's not enough to pay back in one go. So that because if it was $200, it would be easier to pay back in one go. If it's $200, you could pay that this year. But you're looking at. But it's like if it's $200, you could pay back. You could pay back that, right? And you won't have issue like when the opportunity comes up, you can't take it because you can't afford it.
But with $200, you cannot do enough. It's not moving the needle.
That's not true because you're moving in enough of what you can move on. But, so like $200 could be labels, it could be wax, it could be enough to do maybe one thing, but it's not enough to. It's not enough to get you to the next.
Right, it's not moving the needle at all.
But that's not doing anything. It is doing something.
It's not. If I have to buy a label for the candles, that doesn't give me anything. Like I can't like because if something were to come up, like if someone said and they said, okay, you not have to pay $1,700 for going to for the membership of the month, we would be in shambles.
But that's the like it's like you should be able to do that.
But that's so okay. What happens with $1,700 membership?
You don't do it. It's not an opportunity that you could take.
I get where you're coming from. From the profit side, I feel like if you're gonna borrow, I mean, I understand what you're saying. You should only borrow but you should only borrow what you can pay back. I think when it comes to borrowing,
right? I said it's on the either side. I think it's in the middle. So it's either you're borrowing what you could pay back, or borrowing to like still multiply or whatever.
Right.
But like you said, it has to be a
that's
amount over a long enough amount.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it would be either on this side or on that side.
Yes. Yes. I would agree with that. I definitely think that. So we're talking about two different things, but I think that borrow what you can pay back, and I would say in X amount of time, or maybe even in. So like, how would you quantify the time period or how much to borrow? How would you quantify how much to borrow?
think it depends on the terms.
But no, in terms, I'm talking about a small amount. What terms? $200. You got to borrow $200, $500. What? How do you choose when to borrow $500?
When to borrow?
How do you choose when to borrow $500? Yeah, because I think he said he cut out a loan because it was he makes enough and that costs. And that's how I feel.
Right, but that's how I said it's a terms.
Sure, but I don't. I think terms are important, but that's not what I'm talking with what she's saying. It's like it's not gonna do nothing for you. Because even if it was $3,000 for 3 years, I'm like sure, but like I'm gonna have to borrow 10,000, like $3,000 again because I can't. It didn't do anything for me.
So that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, I guess there's also the risk of the larger amount of money being this way too.
In terms of what?
In terms of like, this was not enough to do whatever to get.
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like if you could choose a random number, how much money you need, you would borrow.
Well, I'm no longer. Well, I don't know if I was disagreeing with you initially, but I'm no longer disagreeing with you. I would
In terms of
have.
so what? Listen, but that's fine. But that's all right. That's not what we were talking about.
Right.
I'm talking
So that's
about
how I'm
somebody
like.
that is like, hey, I want to borrow money. I'm like, I don't, cause I'm not. Hey, no one should ever borrow money in their life. That's not me. I think that there are times that you can borrow money and that you should borrow money. I think one thing is important to terms of the loan that you're getting. But I also one problem that I feel like I had is borrowing, like not borrowing enough, because I'm thinking, okay, if I need $75,000, but I'm like, no one's gonna give me that. No one's gonna give me $75,000. So I'm like, somebody might give me six, and I could use six to do something with, but it's not gonna. I need 75, and that's what I'm saying. The problem is like borrow the full. I think that's what I was saying. Borrow the full amount that you need for everything you're trying to do, or borrow what you can pay back in like 2 weeks.
I think that's another thing to look. Because if you keep borrowing, the interest keeps adding. So now you're taking on even than what you need to get to the number that you need. If you're getting it from
Right, exactly. That's another thing too. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of there's a lot of uh risk in borrowing from multiple people. And every other person you borrow from increases the risk that you're borrowing. And I feel like borrowing a large amount, it's weird because it has a higher risk because it's more money. But I think it also decreases risk because you can make better decisions. You can do different stuff.
yeah.
And it's like obviously if you're gonna spend it recklessly, like okay, I'm taking 75,000 and put it into one, I'm gonna buy me a million candle
But
vessels.
it's like, well, like I said, it's a term. Because if you get that 75 loan and they want you to pay back not every week, you got the full amount that you need, but those terms is not.
Sure, yes, that is also true. But I think at that point you have to borrow more. But even in that scenario, if someone was to do that, you'd have to borrow like I mean, listen. let me retract this because I keep saying all the time on here. If y'all never played the game just for fun, y'all should go on the website, Rich Dad Poor Dad. There's a little board game they have, and try and play the game. Play like give it a couple of runs. Do like 4 or 5 games just so that you can kind of see how the game is played. One thing that's always so funny to me is, man, you know what? I'm gonna play it right now so I can see. I think that's so I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. I never actually showed. I want y'all to see. I didn't know what comes. When you borrow for your business, you have to minimum for 300,000 to business. Making right. Need scale to be able to feel the difference. Need scale. Yeah, right. Making yeah. So yeah, I think yeah, I said we kind of. This is Rich Dad Poor Dad website. You can play online for free. Okay. So I'm gonna click create a new room. So here's how the game is played, right?
Wait, you gonna play by yourself?
So you choose your dream, right? So you got stock market, you got yacht racing, you got film festival, you got private fishing cabin on the Montana Lake. That one's easy. You got a park named after you. You could run for mayor, and then at the bottom, as you can see, it tells you how much your salary would be for each one, right? So this is where
Really? Oh no. Okay.
right. You go see. So I'm gonna choose the highest starting salary, right? That's obviously what you would want.
No, but I think you're choosing your dreams. So no matter what dream you choose, it don't will teach you. So I think it doesn't change when you click.
Oh.
You just choosing what your dream is.
Oh, okay. Fast. Okay. So I'm gonna be a save the ocean mammals. That's always been my dream, Thomas, because I want to save the ocean mammals. So I'm a teacher from K to 12. My starting salary is $3,000. I think this might be a month, or well, it's by paychecks. And my savings is $400, and my starting cash is $400. Right. So I choose. Right. So now this is what I was talking about in the game. Right. This is something that's like ingrained in me, or at least is stuck with me since I played the game. So we go to borrow. Right. I can borrow any amount of money that I want. Right. So the whole purpose of the game is to make your passive income more than your expenses. And that is literally the whole purpose of the game. So now I can borrow $1,000, right? So I'm gonna borrow $1,000,000. I'm gonna borrow $1,000,000. Is that a million? We'll see. I don't know. It's a lot of money. I'm gonna borrow that much. Can I borrow it? Yes. I borrowed $10,000,000 in cash. You see that? I now have $10,000,000 in cash, right? But here's the funny part. My total expenses now to pay off where is it? The loan payments, where is it? Oh, right here. My loan payments are $1,000,000. My loan payments now are $1,000,000. But I have $10,000,000 in cash though, right? So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna roll, right? Mind you, my payday, you see this? My total expense, $1,000,000. Every time I get paid, I lose $998,000. So now I'm gonna roll. Okay, here we go. Roll the dice. Okay, deal opportunity. Let's see what I can do. Okay, I could do small or big. Which one y'all? Nerf comments first. I'm gonna put that one. Small or big. Which one y'all want me to do? Small or big opportunity? I go big, go home, or go small. Small, big. Small, big. A small deal costs 5,000 or less. Big deals cost 6,000 or more. Okay, going big. All right. So big apartment house for sale. Okay, 12 unit, apartment house offered out of state. Heirs of handyman owner. Long waiting list for apartments in this building. So the cost, he told you in real estate. So the cost is $350,000. My cash flow is $2,400. My down payment is $50,000. Okay, Tori. So since you were the first one, should I buy this deal or should I pass on it? Which one would you do, Tori? You got 10 million in the bank right now. You got 10 million cash right now. Would you buy it or would you sell it or pass on it? What's wrong? The bid?
So what they buy it. So
All over stands it. But you made your faces before though. What are you doing?
Like, because I have a deal.
That's not for you.
I know that's why I can't. That's why I can't say
What are you
nothing.
doing?
I know.
Okay, so Tori said he would buy it, so I'm buying it right now. Okay, now I can either repay part of my loan or I can borrow more money. Okay, so I'm gonna end right now. Let's see how something you want to do.
It's a 48%.
All right, so I'm gonna go to end. So now, okay, I'm gonna roll again. So remember, the purpose of the point of the game is you have to make your passive income be higher than your total expenses. Borrow more money always? Okay, let's borrow some more. On the next turn, we'll borrow some more. All right, so we going big again, Tori? Let me know. We doing big? We going? What we doing, Tori? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing?
Easy.
All right. So I didn't answer. I'm gonna go big again. Okay. So this one says, family car wash for sale. Family feuding wants out ASAP. Prime location in a high growth area. Okay. So the cost is $350. The cash flow is $1,500. The down payment is $50K. So Tori's a big spender. Tori want to buy this one too. All right, here we go. So he's buying this one. We got the money. Is he gonna borrow some more money? Let's borrow. Let's borrow another $1 million. Let's borrow $1 million. Put some zeros on there. That's a 400. That's 40,000. That's 400,000. $4 million. We're gonna borrow $4 million. Borrow $4 million. We got money. Look at how much money we have. I got $12 million in my account. Right, you absolutely right. This is like facts. So now I got $12 million. Well, technically, I'm talking about what Tori said. I'm like, is that true? If you borrow money, you'll pay it. I mean, I guess if it's imagine this money is taxes. So the IRS lent you $12 million. All right. No. Outside that. I like this. Tori, a big spender. All right. Loan to tax.
Oh, loans are tax.
Okay. So now, you in, borrow some more money. Borrow $1 million. Borrow. Okay, roll. The opportunity. Okay, we're going big. An eightplex. Why not? Let's buy that too. Okay, let's borrow $1 million. Why not? Let's borrow $1 million. We got $14 million in the bank right now. Let's see. 15 million. Let's roll. All right. Oh, let's borrow. My turn's over. Let's borrow some more money. 1, 2, 3. Let's borrow it up. All right. Time to roll again. Let's borrow some more money.
You're not moving.
Roll. Downsize. Okay, so you've been downsized, Tori. It says pay a full set of your expenses and lose 2 turns and charity. So you got to pay $1.9 million. But you're rich. No matter. Pay it. What are we gonna do? Borrow some more. They took $2 million from you, Tori. You got to borrow some more. Okay. Skip your turn. It don't matter. You're rich. All right. Money. A deal. We got a deal.
He just wants to buy.
All right. Another fourplex. This is more real estate. This is Tori's real house. We buying it. 140,000. Cash flow is $2,000. Only pay it 32,000. Let's buy it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's roll. You play 2 rounds of golf. $100. It don't matter. You're rich, Tori. You got $14 million. Who cares about golf? All right. Let's see what we got here. You buy something else? What else we got? More real estate. Let's buy it. All right. Right. Let's see. What's this? More real estate? Yes. Oh, no, buy it. All right. You must like golf a lot. Someone offered you $35,000 per unit for all units in any combination of duplexes. So you can sell these right now. You're buying up mad property, right? They want to buy from you right now. Okay? So right now you can sell all of these right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 you can sell, and you would make there's only one in one? But no, I could. Per unit for all of them. So that's how much that was. But it doesn't say how much.
Maybe that's.
I think it's like all of them. It shows all of them. So okay, so Tori. So
Sushi. Sushi.
If I press
I don't think it's.
they don't look like. Can't see.
That's I think you might have a solo.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So you got what is this? This is an 8 unit right here. You got 1 8 unit. You got 1 4 unit. You got another 8 unit. And you got 4. So you got 2 4s and 2 8s. You would sell, keep them for depreciation. Got you. We don't keep them. Tell them go kick rocks. All right. Sir, I am not selling anything. Did I sell it? Roll it again. Roll again. Hold on. Let's buy some more property. $70,000, cash flow 140, down payment $7,000. You passing on that, Tori? What you thinking? You rocking out with that?
Sushi. Come. Mm-hmm. Okay. He said,
Pass. Okay.
Jessica said.
Okay. So we roll it again. Okay, let's roll again. Y'all passing on it? All right. Next opportunity. It costs.
Right. It's a cheap single.
It's in the hood. All right. So the bank has taken back the mall from a bankrupt owner. It's 50% occupied. It costs $50,000. The cash flow is $800. The down payment $50,000.
Sushi.
What y'all doing? Y'all taking that?
No. Don't go.
What y'all doing? Y'all taking that one?
Yeah, buy the commercial.
Okay, so you buying commercial. Okay. Or you want to buy the mall for sale. Everybody saying yes. All right. Buy this up. Roll dice. Okay. So we're going big again. 60-unit complex, y'all. 60-unit complex. Okay. It costs $1.2 million. The cash flow is $11,000, and the down payment is $200,000. Are y'all buying this? Yes or no? Well, I mean, I like real estate too, for far. Tori said yes, he's buying that. Jessica loves real estate. Okay. So remember, you want to buy this one. Okay. So remember, the goal is to make sure your passive income is more than your expenses. Okay. So right now, every month, y'all are making almost $10,000. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. All right. Let's buy this up. Buy. Thank you. Okay. Let's roll. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Next one up. What we got here? A fourplex. It costs $80,000, $400 cash flow, $20,000 down payment. Y'all feeling this one too? Listen, more real estate. You love real estate. You must have all secrets.
How many more are gonna talk just
right? We just got. Let's go. I'm buy a house. Too small? Oh, would you still buy it? Wait, hold on. Let me just. I can start read that.
Yeah.
He said it's not too small, but
yeah,
I'd buy it. In real life, I mean. Okay. So you wouldn't buy? You're not buying it in the game, Tori? You're not saying no? What about you, Jessica? What do you think? Would you buy this?
She said she's going to have pain.
So I'm thinking, is this a no, Tori? Yes?
Might as well buy.
All right. We're buying it. We got $3 million. Why not? It only cost $20,000. Okay. A tax break. I do nothing but shrink in the account. You right. Nothing in there. Okay. Okay. Woo! 2 buildings. 24 units for sale. The owner managed with an on-site assistant cost $575,000. The cash flow is $3,400. The down payment is $75,000. Are y'all buying this? Buying this? I got $1.2 million in the account. Buy. Tori said buy. Tori wants to buy this one. Okay, let's get one of those too. All right. Let's roll it up. Another opportunity. You love those. You want something big. You want something real big. Okay, so let's look at our financial statement. So right now, salary $3,300. My income from the houses, apartment house $2,400. From the car wash is $1,500. From all my multiple plexes, yeah, 34, 11,000, 1,600, 2,000. Okay. And look at my little expenses. I got taxes. Who cares about taxes? I got my mortgage payment is $500. My car loan is $100. My retail payment is $50. You know, sometimes I gotta buy shoes, right? All right, loan payment. How much money am I gonna borrow? What did I borrow for? I'm gonna do 10 million. I'm gonna borrow 10 million. I got you. My loan payment right now is $2.1 million. But can I pass on this? I'm gonna pass. Should I buy it or should I pass on it first? It's a duplex. What y'all think? I'm gonna pass on it. I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna borrow some more money. I'm gonna borrow $10 million. 0, 1,000. Okay, I'm at $11 million in the bank. So I'm rich. I have never been this rich before in my life. All right, so now, okay, let's roll the dice. Turn it over. Okay.
I'm gonna have to borrow money soon. Yeah, I think you're
I borrowed some more. I got 10 million. I'm at 11. I got a baby. I can afford it though. I got $8 million in my account. I can afford a baby. Okay, I can afford a baby. All right, let's go. Let's go. A little tiny baby, $180. My sewer line breaks in my eightplex. So they said broken sewer line needs repair immediately. If you own eightplex, pay $2,000 for a new line. Oh, I don't have that. I don't have it. All right. Okay. We're going big. All right. So who here wants to own a non-franchisee or non-franchise sandwich shop?
These are two book first.
It costs $30,000. The cash flow is $1,500. The down payment is $30,000. What we doing? We buying it all? Who don't love a Subway? Who wants a Subway or a Sombrero? Who wants this? What's another sandwich shop? Kind of poopy. I wouldn't. Oh, Tori don't want it. Tori said no. It's no. It says non-franchise sandwich, so you can't expand. You're gonna have one. That's it. I mean, I guess you can have multiple without franchising, but I think that he's not trying to do it. Everybody said nope. Pass. All right, let's go next. Let's roll the dice. Someone offered $100,000 for. Oh, we don't have any of those. Damn. Next. All right. All right. So right now we have $1.9 million in the bank. We have a loan amount of $31 million. So do y'all want to borrow some more, or y'all trying to? What y'all trying to do? Want to repay the loan a little bit? What y'all trying to do? Borrow more? borrow more. You only have $2 million. You can borrow like another like 100. It's free money. You can borrow whatever you want. You can borrow $1 billion. Why not? Do it. Want to do a billion? What y'all doing? Y'all borrowing, you repaying, or you gotta keep borrowing. That's my guy. That's what I'm talking about, Tori. Let me get $100 million. Let me get 100 million. So we had 1,000. This is 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million, 100. Oh, I can't go past. Oh, I did. Borrow. What money I got? I'm a billionaire. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who you ever seen get to a billion that fast? The click of a button. I'm a billionaire. It's that easy. Okay. All right. $1 billion. I can buy anything at this point. Anything I want to get. Move, bro. Get out of here. Nothing back here for you. I'm a billionaire. I am a billionaire. Okay? All right, here we go.
Wrong till you die.
Listen, I pass it to Melissa. Babe. When I die, this all has fallen on you. You got this. You got this, babe. All right. Let's see. Let's go next. So, which deal type do you want? We got $1 billion. 150,000. Let's buy that. Let's buy that. I'm gonna buy everything. Let me see. I got $1 billion. Okay, someone wants to buy our duplexes, fourplexes, and eightplexes. Y'all want to sell these? You know what? We're going to buy a unit. Let me see. This is an 8. I bought this one. Would you move from that? It doesn't match you, bro. So for this one, it says 200 grand. You would get $40,000. No cost. Oh, okay. Oh. Now, here's the thing about the game, right? So, the purpose of the game is to get out of the rat race, right? That's the whole purpose of the game. So, the more money that we borrow, the more that we'll keep going around this circle here, right? So, if I go big, buy, I keep going around here. The goal is to get up here, right? That's the whole goal. Is to make sure that you have less, what is it? That your passive income is more than your debt, or more than your expenses, excuse me. That's the whole goal, right? So when I first started playing the game, I played against, mind you, normally what happens is you'll play against somebody else. That's normally how it works. So I play against Melissa, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna borrow this money. And then I watch her play, she's like, okay, I'm gonna borrow like 4,000. So I can pay it off, whatever small expense comes up, right? And then so you're like, she would borrow a little bit about the money, right? Then she would buy. Honestly, I haven't seen no stocks. It's kind of funny. Oh, they're small. Oh, let me see. Let me go. If you can do a small one. Let me do, yeah. Okay, you can buy stocks. Ooh. Cost $40 cash flow. No. All right. So let's roll it. You have no assets that match this card. Okay. So we said people. Let's see how all right, let's see. Roll it. Lunch with friends. Okay, small condo. Could you still win from here? Could I win from here? Let me see. I have a. Oh. You'd have to have 100 million. Billion. It's not that. Your expenses are 100 million. Oh, I have to make 100 million. That's a big. Yeah, I'm at 27,000. Thank you. So close. Too small. So here's the thing about the small deals, right? So as you see with this one, you can buy, and this is what I was saying earlier when Melissa was playing. You can buy stocks in the game, right? So this is not a good deal. So I'm gonna pass on it. I'm gonna try to find a good one so you can see what I mean. Not a small deal. That really be like. Oh, you got downside. You got to pay $103 million. All right. It don't matter. We can borrow more money. All right. My turn got skipped. Who cares? Borrow more money. Sell? Why would I do that? I gotta buy toys for my kids. Yeah, I got 12 kids. $50 a kid is nothing. I'm rich. Borrow more money. Okay, boom. Now you see this? You see this stock here? So it's $5, right? You might as well diversify. The cash flow is $0. When I was saying before, Melissa would be playing the game. She'd be playing like this is for people who are poor, right? Like on this side, you buying the small stocks. Listen, it's true. You're like, I don't got no money. I gotta like build my wealth very slowly. So obviously, we have a lot of money right now, so that's good. But there's no cash flow here, right? But here's what I'm gonna show you guys. You haven't seen this part of the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy. It says cost $5, cash flow is 0, but it trades from $5 to $30. So I'm gonna go buy, and I'm gonna buy. Doesn't matter. It is the max. Wow. So this is the max you can buy, right? So for 500K, I can buy almost 1 million of these stocks, right? So I'm gonna buy this, right? And watch what happens later. I gotta borrow some money soon. I'm gonna borrow money. I think it's funny you can borrow whatever you want, but you can't buy a amount of stocks. Right. All right. So, because you know why? Because if you could, you right. You could win right. That's why he said you are not winning. Okay. So, I'm gonna put a billionaire. Small. Wait, when is it? When is it? First. Where do they sell it? That's only the small. It's also small. We should try to find small. And what shares do you have? Mine. See for you. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. See. Go to the next one. Ooh.
Buy more. More.
Right now I'm just buying mad stocks. Says what they have ability. You can repay the loan. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I think it wants to this. Give it to charity. Let's donate to charity. Two dice. Ooh, I'm gonna go broke. I got 400 million. What's my? Ooh, I only got two more rolls left. We can borrow the $1 billion. Ooh, so scared. I almost lost. How many I got? $10 billion. Okay. That was close. I was almost broke for a second. I was almost broke. I'm gonna borrow some more. Okay, new baby. Listen, I got $10 billion. Remember, I'm $10 billion man. Remember that? If you $10 billion, that's me. I got $10 billion. Some asset. 5%.
Didn't think you had.
So, nope, we don't sell on this side. Let's go on. We sell on this thing. 150K? I don't need 50K though. That's nothing. I could borrow that. First, high yield. What do I look like in a high yield stock? $8 billion. Come on now. See what we
Ooh.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm saying buy more. Get more of this. Buy more stocks, you guys. Let's see. I'm trying to tell you, I'm rich. I have $6 billion. $6 billion it is. Like, which I don't. $1.
That's crazy.
I'm buying it up. $1. I buying it. I'm still good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't even care about money. I can borrow more.
Hey.
All right. This now I'm gonna show y'all. So here is you can sell a stock. So we have On to You Entertainment Company. All right, and we bought it at $5 and $10. Right. So if I sell all of my shares in On to You, right, I would get back $6 million, and I only paid. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I paid. I only paid.
I think the minimum you would.
So 999. It's 999. Okay, so I paid $1.5 million for the stock, and I'm getting back $6 million. That's a crazy return. Now, you sell it all. Sell everything. Sell everything.
So example.
I'm selling everything. I'm sure I have it up. All right. Uh, down to 5 billion. Easy. 10 billion. Just to make sure that we don't run out of money or nothing. Wait, did I borrow the money? Where'd it go? I only got borrowed enough. 100 billion dollars. I'm Elon Musk. Call me Elon Musk. Okay. I got what do they call that? A cyber truck. They call me Elon Musk. Oh my god. Listen, who richer than me? Right now, here's why I should have done this game. Right, because inevitably you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Two things gonna happen with this person right here. Right, either you're gonna lose the game or you're gonna play forever. Right, and playing forever is the equivalent of having to work forever under somebody else who you borrow money from, whether it be the bank or whatever, right? That's why the point of the game is to be able to go and buy whatever you want and have enough passive income that you don't have to work. That's the whole point of the game. Right now, I have $100 billion. I'm telling you, the game is amazing. And I'm like, one day, maybe another live, I'll play Melissa, and I'll use my strategy, and she'll use her strategy, and she'll play it, and I'll borrow as much money as I can.
Honestly, we could play with y'all too.
Right, and honest facts, we can all play together and see who wins. That'll be a lot. So maybe the next live will do something like that. But the purpose of it, I was showing you, like I said earlier, is that borrowing money, even in large amounts, doesn't necessarily, in this case, it doesn't necessarily help you because, for one, you have to be able to invest it properly, right? And this is a problem that Warren Buffett has, which is I think is so crazy, is that he says it's hard for him to buy stocks now because he has to find something that will actually give him a big enough return that is worth purchasing. Like he's not going to spend $10 million on a stock because he might make back like 40, maybe $100 million. When he's playing with tens, 20, 30, 40 billion dollars, he's playing with that kind of money. So $10 million return to him is nothing. So it's like, okay, the bigger you get, the less opportunities for you to make money. Like even for Tory's in real estate. There's only like if you bought a property that was $1 billion, there's only like a couple of people that actually would buy it, and that's if they even wanted to buy it in the first place. And even then, the return. He said what? What did he say? Even then, if you were to sell that property and you bought for $1 billion, you might only make $1 billion. Like somebody has to buy it from you for $1 billion over what you paid for it. What are the odds of that? If he even got a sale for it, it might be 1.2 billion. And it's like you only made $200 million, but you have $100 billion. So it's kind of like, it has to be enough things out there for you to buy in the first place. Which is why with the game, they don't have a property on here that'll give you enough passive income to eclipse your 11 billion your $11 billion monthly expense that you have. Like, there's no property, there's no duplex you can buy that's gonna pay $11 billion. It's not gonna happen. Right now, our loan amount is 113 billion. I don't even think I don't even think that Facebook has a loan for $100 billion. Like, I don't think they're borrowing that much money. Maybe Apple, maybe, and even then, probably not. That'll be a tenth of their net worth in a loan. That'd be crazy. I don't think they might borrow like 40 billion, and even then, that's still crazy. Like, who's borrowed $40 billion? Who's giving that to you? Who's giving you $40 billion? That's crazy. So, like I said, that was the point of the game. And the thing, like I said, which is really interesting about the game, is it really shows you, right? Apple might, for real. It really shows you can play the game forever. But imagine if I told you what happened while you were gone. Okay, well, while you were gone, Jessica, We currently have a loan of $113 billion, and we have our monthly expenses are $11 billion, and passive income we are making $28,000. Okay, with that, yes, absolutely. But we have a lot of assets though. We got shares, we got apartment house, we got a car wash.
Oh my.
Don't worry, I can get out. I can get out. I promise. I promise. Let me borrow the 100 billion. I can flip it and turn it into another hundred. So, but yeah, I said that is the game. And I was telling everybody earlier before you left that at some point maybe we all play the game together. I think that'll be fun.
My favorite thing is you could take different approaches.
Yeah, and I like how. Hold on. We only played it once, right? So I like how in the game they show you life from different perspectives. So right now we're a teacher, right, from kindergarten to 12th grade, right? But you could be a lawyer in the game, and your cash flow might be like $9,000. But because you're a lawyer, they might also add on here if you have a boat and you have two houses and you have a bunch of stuff and a yacht, whatever. And it's like so you make 9,000 a month, but you're spending $7,900 on expenses. So now you're playing a different game than someone like Melissa, who was like a teacher. It has to be even less. Because now it's like, okay, right. So my issue as somebody that has a high income is that I have more things I can buy and I'm more likely to spend it on things I don't need. But the problem you have no money is like I can't even really afford to buy a good opportunity. So like if something comes along like one of these duplexes, I don't have enough money to buy it. So that's what I like about the game. It's depending on who you are in the game, you can really change like how you play. It's like it's like I said, I love the game because it's very simple. I think it's very complex and it's very yeah, I think it's very complex in how it's made, how it's designed. But you guys, it's 9:30. I had a lot of fun today. Only thing we have not done yet is ask Melissa what are your goals for this year?
What are my goals? Um,
Oh, I have another one.
I think my goals for this year would be Jessica said the baker needs to be.
That's my man, Jessica. You be rocking out. I'll be like, yo, bro, if there's 100 billion, you be like, yeah, of course.
She's like, yeah, approve, approve.
Right.
I'm trying to. Okay, what do you? Right, right. Because there's always a bag. Um. Okay. So he said I heard a talk today that says try to make mini goals regarding your input and output will handle it. I like that, and I think that's kind of
Right. That's kind of
the direction that we're going in, where it's like if my goal is to I don't know, but that's kind of hard. But anyway, an example would be that if my goal is to post a post once a day or whatever, as managing your input. But I'm trying to think. Oh, I kind of want to choose a platform because that's my problem. My problem is there's a term for it, but like Donovan and I have two different ways of operating, and for me, the second the opportunity looks like it's not going as planned, or if I feel like there's a better opportunity or a better way to use my time, I will move from opportunity to I will move from opportunity to opportunity. That's how I operate. And both opportunities may be good, right? But then that's okay. The way that Donovan operates is that he whatever thing he chose, that's the thing he's sticking with. He's gonna finish it and he's gonna see it all the way through. Right. Even if the opportunity is like
lose my legs and my arms, it don't matter. The opportunity, the goal was to complete the opportunity.
right, he's gonna complete it. Me, I'm like, is there a better opportunity? Is a better way? So I think because of that, the grass is always green, right? So for me, it's like, man, if I would have stuck to the opportunity, would I have gotten a better? I don't know if Donovan ever thinks this. If the grass is greener on his side, it would sound something like, maybe if I tried something different instead of sticking to this thing, it'll be different. So I'm trying to think. Like I said, I don't know if that's but that's how that scenario would look. So for me, I want to try to stick to something. I want to try to stick to something and figure it out. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to do that. But it's very hard. It's very hard. I was supposed to stick, I think, from October till now, I was supposed to stick to Pinterest. Actually, how many pins and it'll fake sound like a lot because I posted a lot of pins. I was posting like 5 times a day for like 3 weeks or whatever. But that was it. I don't think I've posted since then. Oh, let me. Okay, so Jessica said that's what I did. It's on there. You just can't read it. You can't read it.
Oh.
I can't read. It's far. So like 7 to 14 day sprints. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. Like 7 to 14 day sprints. But okay. Now see if that makes sense. First, then I'm gonna try it. Jessica said I'm doing milestones that last 7 to 10 days, but go to the border. Ooh. Right. It allows me to see progress, but also pivot if needed. Tori said pick a direction and run in that direction. If it works good. If not, you learn something that will probably benefit you. And then, okay. Jessica said, I guess for me, I feel like, I don't know, is this cheating? Is it to stay as a goal, but completing my UX UI design course? Because it's like, I'm going to complete it. So it's not really a goal. It's something I'm doing. That's like, my goal is to go to work every day. Like, oh, wow. Did you do it? Maybe it's attendance to your problem. Let's see. Because I know the areas that I want to see growth in. I want to see growth in our social media followings. I want to see growth in our orders. And what about it? Yeah. So yeah, I think I want to see growth in social media. I want to see growth in orders, and that's pretty much it. I think everything else that we'd be doing would be literally, excuse me, to achieve those 2 goals. To a time period, a time frame. That's the thing too, because we have to wear so many different hats. I think that's what makes it set goals, because it's like at any given point, if another hat that I'm wearing takes priority, now that goal is kind of pushed down the line, and then it's kind of like, so I'm gonna just leave it very open, on social media, and on orders, and I'm gonna try and refine it, and maybe by the next class, you guys get like, I want to say smart goal, but sort of a more metrics. Keep it loose, right?
When she was done. But I mean, it's funny enough.
I'll put a date on completion. I'm about to complete this like next week.
The website will probably never be finished. I think it's funny, but I'm curious. I want to see what it looks like. But I remember saying that I did have one other goal for this year. So one of them is be more of a man. Second one is have more agency. The third one will have higher agency. Third one. Good.
What's the third one?
Okay. So the third one is to focus more on my environment than myself. Honestly, that's probably number one because I think that fixes everything else. And Jessica and I were talking about this in the comments on the podcast. Is that my theory is what do you guys think about? So uh it's something I'm gonna show more than I'm gonna say. But if you were to just come up with five or not even five, three things in your mind that actually before Tori, if you were to write down three things that you consider being a man or like a man has to you, what would those three things be?
Now, see, I'm the same. So that she likes small goals that takes a pressure. They put in the bigger.
Oh, that's definitely
Yeah, that's my way of.
absolutely. Absolutely. If you
I
watch
want to
the
make
first,
goals that I can hit. Like,
right, if you watch the vlog or the thing from the beginning of this year, we had a whole thing about that. Like, I don't want to do that so big. Let's do 100,000. Let's do 50,000.
like Donovan, he sets goals that he can strive to hit, and then it's kind of like wherever I land on my strive to hit it, you know, it's probably like a big feat. And then if you hit it, that's a bonus. So like that's how he looks at it. Is this true?
Uh, what are the three things? Let me think. Uh, okay, so yeah, I'm still waiting for Tori's response, and then I'm gonna say my last. So Tori, three things in your mind that you feel like a man should have or should exhibit. It could be physical, it could be characteristic, it could be mental, or it could be whatever. What do you think? Give me three things.
Jessica said. Okay, he said reliable, diligent, regardless of
Okay. So I think yeah, those are good ones too. So like I said, my third one is changing my environment, right? So like I said, maybe my first. I think that I think that I don't think that people take environment into account for how much weight it actually holds. And a lot of people talk about, you know, black oppression and black poverty and stuff. And a big thing that they talk about is always the environment that they live in. They always say things like, you know, they put all healthy grocery stores 20, 30 miles away, or they put a liquor store on every block. They have a Chinese food place on every corner. They have a McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's on the same block, right? And then all the good banks or whatever, all the way over there, all the opportunity, all the way over there, right? And it's always like, of course, you could walk 30 miles, go 30 miles to the grocery store every day or whatever you need to. It's not impossible, right? Like you could do it. But if I ask someone, right, right, exactly. If I ask someone or I told someone, hey, your goal right now is to make sure that person right there, or that person right there, they uh do everything you can in your power to make them not succeed in their goals or make them uh be in poverty, things like that, right? I feel like a lot of things that people would choose would probably be things that are environment based. You would say, okay, I want somebody wants to lose weight. What am I going to do to them? Okay, I want to make sure that you don't lose weight. I'm gonna put all the food that you like in your house, right? I'm gonna put all the what's that thing called? All the weight rooms and all the gyms. I'm gonna put them 120 miles away in the next state. I'm gonna make sure that no one that works out can talk to you. I'm gonna make sure that everything you see on social media is all about gaining weight and eating more food. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's like, what are the odds that someone that is living in that environment would want to work out and lose weight? Like it's very it's is it impossible? Absolutely not. But I guarantee you, if I told you I compare that, if I had a person on track A and track B, and I said, okay, that's track A, and a guy on track B, or the person on track B, I'm gonna say, you have all your friends around. You go to the gym. You have a gym in your house. You have a personal trainer. You have a personal chef. Uh, your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or whoever is in shape. Your kids are in shape. Everybody's in shape, right? How quickly do you think that that person will get in shape compared to the other person who has no healthy food around them, no gyms, no friends, and uh, no chairs in their house? They only got beds. That's it. So you're gonna lay around all day in your bed. That's it. So that's when I start thinking like, okay, I think environment is very, 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 very important. So now what I've been focusing on the last couple of weeks, or like maybe like 2 weeks or so, is like if something is hard for me to do, that I don't want to do, I think that
So, in which people have to understand the environment that's what falls in it. Just because that environment mentality, like we are surrounded, so are free to make it easy to make stuff.
um so I would definitely disagree with Jessica. I definitely don't think it matters as much. Because you can be but that's the thing about desire better or not. You can have somebody who doesn't even want to necessarily work out, but put them in an environment where it's uncomfortable to not work out, they're more likely to work out. If you have somebody who is like out, because think about this, how many people want to work out or want to be rich? A lot of people want that. They all have the desire. Like if I ask you, hey, do you want to be poor? People can be like, no. They have the desire to be rich. They might even have the knowledge of how to be rich. But it's like, okay, if I told you the way for you, if imagine it, I said, oh, okay, if you want to get a bank loan, fill it out just like this, right? I said you gotta fill it out where you have your name last, and then you have your age first, or whatever I come up with, right? And I said this will 100% guarantee that you get a loan. And I took you and put you in the desert. How are we gonna get a loan? You can't. You're not getting a loan. You have no computer. You have no internet. You barely have any water. You're not getting a loan. Now, obviously, this is an extreme of it. So it's like it's a spectrum. But you can make it severely hard for somebody who has all the knowledge, all the skills, by putting them in an environment where they don't want to do it. And then, to be honest with you, they have to also fight human nature because human nature is not to like even really work out or to really do a lot. Human nature is like I want to do nothing, which is why even somebody like David Goggins, who you might be familiar with, he is a crazy uh person in terms of like working out. He runs marathons like multiple in a day. He does a whole bunch of. He wakes up in the morning, does push up. He's a crazy person. They said that he was running so much that he calcified his knees, and they were like, "This is unheard of. Like you shouldn't even be able to walk."
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, but he still runs, right?" Whenever he gets up in the morning, he has to fight the urge to not go back to sleep. So already off top, he has to before anything happens, he has to fight the urge to not go and do whatever he wants to do. So even if you have the desire, you're still fighting against the urge before anything else. Then you gotta fight against your environment. I'm pretty sure if I took him and put him in a bad environment, or not even that, I'm pretty sure that he himself has changed his own environment based on like his friends that he hangs out with, whoever he sees, what he eats, or whatever. Just and I think him changing those things of his environment had the biggest impact on him, other than him just saying, "I want to now work out." But what it doesn't say.
So she said, but do they decide to do that? And then Toy said, "Suppression is a month." And she said, "I'm not disagreeing with you, but environment is a factor. So you gotta have the ability and desire to get it done. If you put an idiot in a room with $1 million and he has no consciousness of money, he still ain't gonna know what to do with this environment without."
But that's not an environment that you would. That's exactly what you said proves my point in terms of his environment is not going to get him to spend that money correct. And if you say by 80 in terms of like mental disability where they can't function, then sure. But if it's like someone who just has a very low IQ, if I put him with a bunch of investors or a bunch of people that buy property, I guarantee that he will know how to buy property because he'll just be walking around with them. They'll be like, "Hey, blue houses are better than red houses. Buy a house on a two-way street, not a one-way street." That one, I don't know. I mean, well, okay. I don't think that mentality. I don't think it's a zero. I don't think it's 100% zero. I don't think it's like that. But this is the thing: when the person decides that they want to lose weight and the rest of their family is not in shape, what they do is they start putting themselves in environments where they will lose weight. That's what happens. They're gonna start going to the gym. They're gonna start talking to people who know how to lift weight. They're gonna start watching videos of people who know how to work out. That's like that's what they're gonna do. You're not gonna lose weight by only hanging around people who don't want to lose weight. It's not gonna happen. You got to put yourself in an environment where you can do that. But so like I said, that's the big thing to me. So listen, honestly, most successful people are not even that smart, and honestly, don't even work that hard. But they have a lot of success. You hear stories you hear the stories all the time about people saying like, "Oh, my dad was rich, so I borrowed money," or they say like, think about like LeBron James' son. He hangs around NBA players on a regular basis. His dad probably has all the best equipment. It's like he's going to the NBA. He's not even the best player. He's not even like probably top 30 of players in college. But he's going to the NBA because of his environment and the people that he's around. It's not even about how his skill. Like his skill's not even that good, but he will still be put above people who have better skill than him. Just because of who he knows and where he's at. That's it. And that's the people have a lot of issue with that in its entirety, where it's like, I put more work in than you. Why are you there? He's like, well, I know that guy, and that guy right there showed me how to do it, so I just follow him, and that's how I got here. And it's like you couldn't, if you had to do it by yourself, you couldn't get enough knowledge, internalize enough knowledge to be able to compete with somebody who has an army of people with that same knowledge. Oh, listen, financially literate, you definitely, if you're financially illiterate and I put you with people who are financially literate, you will absolutely become financially. That's like that. That's like children. Like if you have a child and they're with people who know about how to spend money, they're going to spend money better. But this is the thing too. 'Cause I don't want it to seem like I don't think about mentality at all. I would probably say it's like 80-20 or 90-10. Like I think it's that big of a difference. Here's some signs that I have seen in the house for myself. So Um, but okay, like I don't think. Would I say that? Mm,
Environment is probably how you
the mentality. Yes, I agree. 'You're right, and I think that's why I don't think that just having the desire or the mentality is enough because a lot of people tell themselves like my goal for the year is this thing to do, whatever the thing is, right? And they say every day I wake up, I'm gonna force myself to go to the gym. I'm gonna force myself to do whatever the thing is. I'm gonna force myself to read more. But it's like then the time comes and you're like, I don't want to read, or you're like, I'm out with my friends, or my mom's birthday is today, or I got sick. Like you can be as mentally strong as you want, but those things still happen. Like if you say I'm going to the gym every day, and then you go out finding your car doesn't work, and you're like, I can't get out, I can't get to the thing.
think
Mhm.
she's
Oh, um,
maybe.
right. But who you know is part of your environment, because you have to meet them. If I put you in a room with,
I mean, I feel like you still kind of have to want to do to.
not really, because I'm like, this why I
Because
don't
if I
think
don't want
so.
to do the thing, I won't be here.
What you mean? Where?
I won't be wherever the opportunity is.
But think about how many. Okay, perfect example. Here's a perfect example. How many foreign kids don't want to be doctors and lawyers, but somehow they still become doctors, lawyers, engineers, or whatever. You know why that is? Because their environment tells them this is what you're going to do. Their mom says it, their dad says it, their friends say it, their cousins say it, the TV says it. They go outside. Everybody is like, "What do you mean you want to be a comedian, man? If you don't get that law degree and stop playing." Every single thing around them is telling them go to school, get a legitimate job, and work very hard in that legitimate job. And you hear all the time about people who are from outside of America. They're like, bruh, my family be on me about going to get this job. And I hate it. I don't want to do it. I never want to be this. I didn't want to be an engineer. I didn't want to be a lawyer. I want to be a singer. And it's like, but my environment had so much pressure on me, I became that anyways. So that's why I'm like, you can literally make someone do something by their environment be different than they want. Like it happens all the time. I think it's very uncommon to put somebody in an environment where they're gonna lose, where they like you are definitely gonna lose and they still win.
In a bad environment.
Right. You take somebody, put them in an environment where it's like everything is stacked against you, all the odds are stacked against your favor, and you still come out on top. That the amount is so small.
I think the environment more it's more than just having someone there. It's kind of like a process.
In terms of what?
In terms of like, I think because I feel like you're both saying the same thing or similar things,
I I think I
where it's
think
like
that
both things are important.
right. I think Jessica think is more important than I do. I think that's the disagreement that we have.
But right, so that's not. But okay, because I think Jessica is looking at it like if I just put you in this room with all these people, it's not really gonna be enough for you to change. But I think environment is more than just being in that room with those people. Environment is an ongoing thing that you curate, and I think that's what you.
Yes. Uh, yes, because if Jessica is saying that, then the environment, if you stay in that room, that's your environment. But if you leave that room and go to a different environment, then you're not in that environment. Because I'm like, I couldn't imagine putting someone who's financially illiterate or like in a room of successful day traders and them not becoming good at
But
that.
that's when she's saying like that's where the desire is. So before you can even start to soak up what everybody's doing around you, before you don't want to learn.
But that's why I disagree with that because the desire doesn't get you that out because the desire comes first. Then you have to change your environment, right? I can change my environment without the desire and still get the outcome.
You can change your environment without the desires.
Right. So that's what lets me know that the constant is the environment change.
I guess. I guess like
I can remove desire and still get to where I want to get to if my environment puts me in that direction. That's what I said about that.
like if your environment was an environment that I don't want the consequences of not doing it, as opposed to. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it.
If you're avoiding consequences, and not the same thing as wanting to do something, but your environment might get you the same outcome because of either.
What's either? What's two?
One option would be you're doing something because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Another option is doing something because you're avoiding a
Yes, but I think I'm saying. I think I get what you're saying. The desire, the environment influences both of those things, and it's like that's why I put it as the more important thing. Um,
You ain't never lied. This is good.
what she said?
You ain't lied. You might think someone has that.
Sure, but think yes, I agree with that. Let me try reading it.
That's when you hear your favorite bodybuilder got steroids. And so on. That's
Yeah. With what Jessica said about the people with money doing that, that person is still a lot better off than the person who lives in the hood and has more of a desire to do whatever that person who has money is doing. They're a lot closer to that goal just because their environment put them close to the goal. That's literally what I'm saying. If you're competing, like, if you want to be person A or person B, I would much rather have the environment for something than a desire for it. Because if I had to choose one or the other, I want this crazy desire or this crazy environment. Give me the environment every single time. That's what I'm saying. Because I can get there without even trying that hard. Think about how crazy I can do a tenth of the work that you put in and still get further than you do.
crazy.
Just I don't even try. I'm not even trying to do it. I just literally my family has it.
Not even like it's like when I'll go on the film set and then I'll be talking to other people. They're like, "Oh yeah, my cousin said they needed a PA, so I'm here." Mind you, this is top of the line pay. This is like
Right. They had no desire to be a PA, but they're like, I can use some money. They're like, oh, I know somebody. Come work over here at this job, right? And then,
next thing you know, they're a director.
right. And how many people? There's so many people. Yeah, know the term nepotism.
Right.
Nepotism is literally the definition of that somebody just gave this to you, whether you want it or not. You could be like, you know how many families probably have kids who don't want to run the business, and the dad or mom goes, take this business. And they're like, I don't want to. They're like, I don't care. Take it. And now you're an owner of $1 million business owner. And then, so what I was going to say was, how I've seen it play out in my life is this, right? When I look at myself, right? When I look at myself, now with the new lens that I have on, I'm like, I don't want to do something. I'm like, whatever the thing is, I don't want to do it. Right? But again, let's kind of like you're saying, I have the desire. I want to have the rent paid. I want to have a bunch of money. I want to be very successful. I want to be able to buy my mom this and buy my list of that. I want to be able to do all of that. Right? I have the desire to do it, but that doesn't really mean nothing. right? So what I've noticed for me is like, okay, I look at something and I go, I want to do this thing, but when the time comes to do it, I don't want to do it. Why is that? Right? Before I would look at it and I would say, that's not playing the audio. No. Before I look at it, I'll be like, Donovan, you gotta be gangster, thug it out, put on Eric Thomas. You gotta just fight through it. Just fight through it. Just keep fighting through it. Just keep fighting through it. It's like I'm still human. Like you gonna just keep trying to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. It's like it's fighting uphill battle. All I'm doing by with that approach is making it harder for myself. So now my perspective is okay. Something about my environment is making this harder for me to do. What can I change about my environment to make this thing easier for me to do? That's all I've been doing, right? Is an example of that. So there's a chair. You saw me sitting when Liz was doing my hair, right? For the longest time in the house, we don't have chairs that we sit in. We have two chairs that the cats have messed up. They're very uncomfortable. You cannot sit in them for a very long time. They're like maybe like breakfast chair. You just kind of sit in and eat and then you move, right? So I bought that chair because when I don't have the chair, all the work I do is in the bed. So if I'm in the bed all day, there's a higher likelihood that I'm going to be tired and not want to work as much when I'm in the bed. Because all I'm doing is sitting in the bed. It's human nature. I'm laying down. I'm under the covers. I got it up to my neck. I might put my head down. Now I got one eye open. I really like to put my face like this, and now I'm sleeping. Right? So I'm like, okay, how can I fix this? Okay, if I add a chair to my environment, that might make me that it'll give me a place to sit instead of here on the bed. All right. The next thing I figured out, which was kind of like more eye opening for me, I'm like, okay, I had the chair. I had the chair. I'm working at my desk a little bit, but like when I think about the idea of working on my desk, I'm like, I don't really want to do that. But I'm like, why? I'm like, you want to get work done. You want to be rich. You want to have money. You want to move out, get your own place, or get a better place. You want these things, but the thing you have to do to get that, talking to myself, is sit in this chair at this desk and work. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to. And I'm like, why is that? I don't understand what it is. And a small change to my environment, right? Very small change. I swapped my desk. So now what I realized, this was a complete accident for the most part. The other desk is very low to the ground. The desk I have now is a lot higher. So I'm a lot more comfortable working in the desk that's higher, right? So now I'm like, okay, I have more excitement about going to work at my computer desk because I'm like, okay, it's comfortable now, right? And the last one that kind of happened is y'all know about the building that they built over here, right? So it's been very depressing living here, right? In terms of like this, we have the shades closed every day because the people are working over there, they can see in the house. So it's always kind of dark. We kind of have the light, but it's still not like real sunlight, right? So I'm like, okay, what this happened, I didn't know. Well, not that I didn't know, but I wasn't expecting this because we have the shades down. It's very dark in the morning. So I've been waking up at like 9, 10 o'clock, right? Normally, when we didn't have the shades down and the building wasn't there, I would get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock every morning because either the sun would come up or maybe like the ray. I would feel the sunlight and I would get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Just by putting the shades down and being dark in the morning, I'm losing hours of sleep. Hours of sleep. I mean, hours of work that I normally would be working. So I said, okay, boom. How can I change my environment? Like I could just try and fuck it out and be like, Donovan, get up at 5 o'clock. Get up at 5 o'clock. I could do that. I could possibly, right? Or to make it easier, I got one of those like privacy mirror thing, privacy glasses or whatever it's called, privacy tape. So we put it on the window. So now the light comes through the window. First day up that we have it up there, I woke up 2 hours earlier than normally. And we only had it up on one side because we didn't have enough for the whole wall, right? And I'm like, that's what I mean by changing the environment. I'm like, I could try and yell at myself and be like, Donovan, do more, work harder, keep going, or I could do that. But I didn't read none of the comments. I'm gonna read
Working.
Wow. Um,
Okay.
the desire determining factor. That's okay. Let me see the close. Yes, it will be a long term thing, but how much is it going to cost somebody who has no desire to win? If I'm okay where I'm at, no matter where you put me, I'm not changing. That's not true. That's absolutely. Yes, I agree with the soap lady. Oh, you can't win without desire to win in the ability to do the work it takes to win. That's absolutely not true. And I'll give you an example for that too. That's so okay. I'm reading it. It says you can't win without desire to win and the ability to do the work it takes to win. Don't care where I put you. You have to want in order to get it. Perfect example of why that's not true. There are many NBA players who are on NBA championship teams who don't put in the work to win a championship. They literally ride the bench and win the championship. But they are on a team that is so good they don't even need them. They're in an environment that is a championship environment. But they didn't contribute. Honestly, sometimes they say, I want to be on my own team so I can play and get a bunch of points. Right? So their desire to win honestly didn't do anything. It didn't affect the outcome of them getting a championship or not. That's why I said like another example of why the environment changes that. And you can have, you know how many players in the NBA are working super hard to win a championship and never do? They have the desire to win all the time. They're like, I want to win a championship. I'm going to work out every summer. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to do all these things. And they still lose. How do they lose? And you have one person who wins 5 championships. How does that happen? It's because the environment they have, whether it be the coaches, the player, the room, the medical staff, the owner, the gym, the fans, all of those things came into the environment of making a championship team. It don't matter. You on every team, maybe not every team. Well, honestly, I would say this: every single team, the stars want to win a championship, but somehow they don't do it. LeBron did win a championship for like 9, 10 years. He wanted to win badly, but he didn't have the team to do it. Environment. But let me see what else.
What you think?
Absolutely, Tori. That building got me, bro, messed up. I've never lived in a place where my sun was blocked. Like I've never had that in my entire life. Uh, but that is not true. If you said okay, she said that this is not that is not true because as a business owner, even if someone gave me $300,000 today to run my business, if I do not have the desire to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to go the opportunity. Because if that's the case, how many people have been given the opportunity to win when it comes to football, basketball, baseball, business, rap, and they all go the opportunity? But the desire has nothing to do with that. You could want to, you know how many people want to be a rapper and are not rappers? They want to be Drake and they're not Drake. You think Drake is the hardest working rapper of all time? No, of course not. People work way harder than Drake. There are so many. Listen, there are so many athletes and rappers and entertainers who you will never hear of because they were not in the environment to win. That's it. They were not in the environment to win. They're better rappers by far, but they didn't have the infrastructure around them to make them famous, successful, or known. You could be the best singer in the world. If nobody hear you sing, you're not gonna be better than Beyonce. That's it. Let's see. That yes, he's half small and half black. Anyway,
Right. That's all I
um, don't keep it. Don't keep it. Right, but this is not like it's kind of what Melissa said. It's a process in the environment that you have.
don't think environment is what you consume.
Right.
It's what you watch.
Who
What you
you're
listen
around.
to. It's who your friends are. Where you go.
Oh, SWAT. I mean,
Ah,
what, what are they called? The y'all call.
But I think it's like environments like what you eat.
Right.
It's where you
Where
walk,
you live.
how you plan out your day, how you upkeep your space. It's all because if you're in an environment, an example, a lot of what I kind of chose in terms of the design business and stuff came from me working at see what they did, and that's super. That's like Cerave, Van Leeuwen, um, like Sally Hansen. Just so many different brands from so many different industries were all using this one event company. So I was seeing how they package their boxes, their influencers, employees, all that stuff. Seeing how they do the tissue paper, the bubble wrap, and see what's important, what they care about. They give a golden spoon with the ice cream. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, but I would not have that. I wouldn't even know what that luxury looks like if I was not in that environment to then try to give that same experience to candles. And I feel like that's kind of like what.
Yeah, and then I think I'm not saying that mentality doesn't matter. I'm not saying that it doesn't. It is important. You have to have a desire to want. I mean, having a desire will help you a lot. But like I said, when you think about well, here's the thing. I read a lot. Well, not as much now. I consume a lot of information. So I'm very aware that almost every entrepreneur, except for Jeff Bezos for the most part, has had failed businesses. Almost every single one of them. However, what they also all talk about is the environment in which they got successful. Like here's an example. You know Alex Hormozy? This is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. I'll give you five stories off the top of my head easily, where the environment changed the outcome of the person that was trying to become successful. Alex Hormozy was living, I think, in Baltimore or DC or something like that, right? He was mad at his dad. He was like, you know what? I want to start a gym. You know what he did? He drove all the way. Uh, he drove. I'm gonna answer that in a second. He drove all the way to California and opened a gym out there. So, and he slept in the gym with people who are working out. So then he was training under somebody else who has a gym. His whole entire life was about having a gym. And then in that process of him starting and opening five or six more gyms, he had his ups and his downs in doing that. But he had to change where he was at to be able to go over there and do that. You have the thing about Bill Gates. Bill Gates says all the time that in his school, at the time that they started the school, I think maybe his and one other school, it might have only been his school, honestly, that had computers. No other school around him had computers. So he got to stay after school for hours when he was in middle school, maybe playing with a computer. Mind this is in he's probably still, it might have been in the 60s or 70s that he was sitting with a computer at that age. of course going to be better at computers than someone who was grown up in a hood who has no computer. Off the simple fact that he played with computers. That was his environment. And he had a friend that he was there with. Okay, that's two people. Then you have Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. His dad invested in stocks. His dad had him reading stock books when he was a kid. His dad is into finance. I think his dad owned a brokerage when he was a kid. So I mean, when Warren Buffett was a kid. So of course, it makes sense that he would gravitate to something like that, and it makes it easier for him to learn more about it because he can consume at a younger age. Okay, that's another person. You got Mr. Beast, 200 million subscribers on YouTube, making $100 million a year. He talks about it all the time. He had like 5 or 6 people that he was around who all they did every day was talk about YouTube. They woke up in the morning and they talked about their videos. They compared videos. They went to bed talking about videos. For years, that's all they did was sit on the phone or Zoom or whatever, talk about videos. That kind of environment is going to make someone want to be, or it's going to make it easier for someone to be a YouTuber. It's going to make it significantly easier for someone to be a good YouTuber. If I take that person and put them around a bunch of people who are drinking and smoking and partying, and I'm telling them, you can't leave these people. You can't go nowhere else. You're going to stay with them. You have a mom that's telling you not to do it. Your dad telling you not to do it. Your friend saying it's whack. And you're just there. It's very unlikely, and you don't talk to nobody else about it. It's very unlikely, not impossible. It's very unlikely that you'll become successful by doing that. It's super unlikely. And like I said, I would say even Elon Musk. The list goes on and on of people who talk about the environment and how it shaped who they are today. It's like I said there's basketball players. The list goes on. Let me read this stuff. It's getting late. Y'all gonna get me excited about it. But that's okay. So you said you saw what you said, right?
Yeah, but that's another thing. I think with environment, it's specific to each person. Kind of like.
But with the thing on the storage unit, and listen, nothing you say, I'm gonna take offense to. I love conversations. I'm not taking offense. But with the storage unit, right? That was not the environment for me to get work done.
Right. It was a better environment in terms of.
It wasn't even. I wouldn't even say it was better.
I think it was a better environment in terms of like if you wanted to sit and not be distracted by anything. You don't want to be distracted by food. You don't want to be distracted by cats. You don't want to be distracted by smells like the litter box. You got studio. Like that is a better environment in terms of that. But the downside to that environment is that it's dark, very dark. The Wi-Fi is terrible.
Right.
So like
there's nothing for me to drink. Cons. Right, and that's the thing where the environment was better than what I currently had at the time, but it wasn't the best environment for me to get work done. You know what the best environment would be for me to get work done? If I had to, if I could write out what I need to get work done for editing a video, it would be a mentor about editing the video. I would say with somebody who knows how to edit videos. It would be a desk, a chair, a room, and people that I can compare my video to. Hey, bro, watch my video.
People to talk to, Lord Jesus.
Right. I'm sitting in a storage unit by myself at 4 or 12 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning with either in the cold or honestly that time was really hot. So I'm sitting in the heat and I'm trying to stay awake with there's no lights in there. Like it's more or less no lights inside the storage unit other than what comes in from the hallway or the little walkway. That's it. So it's like it's better than laying in my bed, and I got more work done than laying in my bed, but it's not the best environment for me to get work done. It is a better environment, not the best environment. And that's what I'm saying. That would be, and now imagine, I keep saying this, compare the two. If I had Donovan working in a storage unit, trying to get work done, edit a video, right? Or I had Donovan who has a YouTube. I had Mr. B as my mentor editing the video. After, and whenever I make an edit, he goes, "Why'd you make the edit? We talk about it, right?" We're laughing about videos. He showed me his videos. I got food to eat while I'm there. I have a well lit space. I have a nice computer with multiple screens. I don't have to worry about no distractions. That person, that Donovan, will do 10, 100 times better than the Donovan sitting in the storage unit. Easy, right? That's my whole argument. And like I said, it's not zero. If the desire is not zero. If I say it's 90-10. That's what I say. But thank you, Tori. Yes, Beyonce's mom had money, and Beyonce's family was in entertainment before. I think the dad was entertainment a lawyer or something like that. Like they were already in the space before that. Same thing with no, that might be Kim Kardashian people.
Oh yeah, because the dad was a celebrity lawyer. I think the dad represented OJ, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It might be good.
Their family. What you mean? You can't use the Olsen twins. They were in. They were in. They was what? With basketball, you don't get to choose what team you go to if you're not a star. They choose where you go. You don't get to choose that. Right. They all, and that's my point. They all have the desire to win, which is why that is the variable factor. It's not. It's not the constant. If the constant is you need to be in the right environment. That's the more. It's not constant. Not 100%.
That's love. You can make it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You make it. You, but that's the whole point. Because this is my main thing.
I'm trying to make sure that everyone.
I think that a lot of people will get mad at themselves for a problem that they can't overcome. They keep running into the same problem, and they're like, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I do the thing that I want to do? I don't understand why that is." And then like, I gotta fix me, and it's like,
oh wow. Well, you guys probably. I mean, this is another thing. To this kind
team is environment.
Cleaning. Y'all already know. I am disorganized. Kind of leave stuff all over the place. As y'all know, after Thanksgiving, I had stayed at my cousin's house. My cousin is super clean, OCD, and I'm aware of that. So going into this, like, one thing I need to be clean. I'm not gonna make no messes. I'm not gonna make her uncomfortable. I'm gonna clean up everything as soon as I do it because I already know how she is in her. My job. I've never gone away for. I just my family or my mom in the back. So I'm staying at my cousin's house and I'm practicing like, okay, use it, throw it away. Okay, it's not in the right place, put it back. Because that's mostly my thing is disorganization. And it's getting easier and easier the longer that I'm there because now I have this. And I'm also watching my cousin. Mind you, I'm not asking her anything really. I'm not saying nothing to her. I'm kind of watching her. I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. So you just, when you're done with that, you just, example, her cooktop is spotless. We both have electric stoves, and ours gets messy so crazy. It's like every time I cook, it's a hot mess, right? And I didn't really understand. I just kind of figured like, okay, people just keep their stuff clean. Like they just keep it clean. They don't use it. It just stays like that. She was cooking something. Something got on the stove, and she cooked a little thing, and she got a squeegee. And I'm like, what? Oh, so y'all just do it quick, right? Just keep it going. So ever since I've been to my cousin's house till now, I've been organized. Like I've been putting stuff back. I wake up in the morning just like, oh, I'll put it back. I'll clean up the stove. I'll do all those things. And that's because I was in an environment with her. It made me more aware of my actions, and I got to watch her and how she goes about doing this for herself. I feel like that's what the whole environment thing means because, like, prior to me going to, we've been living together for like 4 years now, and he's been complaining about this since we moved in, and nothing really clicked until I was in a different.
Yeah. And then like it's about to be 11 soon. I think like, I'm gonna leave it on this note from something that that's it that I said, where she said uh, so it's not environment, it's not environment. Here, producing. That's part of the environment. Like, okay, so I think this is a like I said, it's gonna be. I try to wrap it up. For environment and desire, I think the best way to look at it is one of them is internal, one of them is external. So everything that is external is your environment. Everything that is not inside of you is your environment. Anything that is not inside of you is your environment. Anything that is inside of you is your desire, is your mentality, is your drive. All of those things are internal. So what I'm saying is that it's it's better to change your external to get to where you want to get to faster than it is to change your internal. That's what I'm saying. So you can choose to change your internal and have more drive, which is great. It's great to have more drive. It's it's less likely to get you where you want to get to than if you had the proper environment for it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so answer this question. I did not say it's the only thing you need. It is the most important thing you need. It's not the only thing. Like water is the most important thing you need as a human, but it's not the only thing you need as a human. You need other things besides water. Um, and your environment, like, okay, boom. If I'm in an environment, right, I'm using we're talking about I'm saying about rich kids, right? Or to think they get tickets, trouble having business sense, they love their parents. They're in an environment that promotes that behavior. That's why they do that. Their friends are doing the same thing. They're going to. Me personally, I have never been to a party and been offered crack or cocaine ever in my life. I've never been offered meth. I've never been offered ecstasy. Never. I've never been offered any of those things at any party I've been to. I guarantee you, the majority of rich parties have some kind of drug like that they offer. That that's what they do. It's they a lot of them have cars they didn't work for. So it's more likely they're gonna be with other people who are just like that, who are like, I don't care about crashing my car. My dad will buy me another one. Other person goes, yeah, me too. I don't care. So they're around people who are acting like that.
And then I think they're in a negligent
Right.
where their parents don't really like monitor them. They don't really intervene in those types of things. Like that's still a part of the environment, the negligence, even though you have.
No, Tori, never Coke. I've never. The only listen, have I ever even? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've been at concerts where it's there, you can tell, but you know who's at the concerts.
Right. Exactly. And it's like if that's your environment of going to concerts like that, and you start making friends with people who go to concerts like that, at some point you're gonna go, hey, Melissa, you want to do some coke? But if you're in an environment,
trying to get this both in the bathroom,
right? But if your environment don't have coke, how are you gonna get coke? Nobody around me does coke. Why would we do what? I don't do coke. Nobody does that. Like I said, environment is external. Your desire is internal. That's the basis of it. Anything that is not inside of you is external. That's your environment. The people, the place, the food, all of that stuff, environment.
And it's multifaceted because you can have money in your environment, still the things aren't multifaceted.
Um, but that's what okay. You have to put them in a different. If you take, okay, perfect example. Y'all probably see Medea, right? I guarantee you, if you take one of these rich kids and put them with a Medea type person, their whole mindset would be completely different. Because they would be like, "You can't talk to me like that," and the mom or grandmother would slap them and go, "Who are you talking to? You are my child. You gonna do whatever I tell you to do." But that's not fair. I don't care where you came from. I don't care what your last parent told you. You and me now, and that's not how we operate around here. So you gonna get with the program, or you gonna have to leave. And if you here, you get with the program. That's what it is. Like I said, it's you. You all have those people that you act different around because that's the environment, it's the external. Um, he said, but if you put someone who doesn't have if you put someone who doesn't have it, who wants in a place where they can do it, and you can put someone who doesn't want it in an environment where they're gonna get that thing, they'll probably still get it. It's 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 literally called peer pressure. Like it's a term for it. It's because it's real. It's peer pressure. It's like I didn't want to go hang out with them and do drugs, but everybody was doing it, and it was like, "Come on, Donovan, do the drugs. Come on!" And then they did it. It's literally peer pressure. The pressure of your environment, your peers, constitute a big degree of how you are gonna act. What?
I'm a little confused. Then I'm like, so are you saying that they were always in a positive environment, or are you saying that they always? But that sounds like they were always just in an actual environment.
Right. Another thing too, I can tell this conversation is definitely like it's conflating multiple things because just because you grew up with money doesn't mean you're in it like a positive environment. So that's one thing. Just because you grew up with money doesn't mean you're in a successful environment either. So you can grow up with money and then blow it on drugs because you never had someone to show you how to do it. I'm talking about if you grow up with somebody who knows how to do it and shows you how to do it and puts you around or in an environment of other people and places that also do that thing, you're gonna do well. That's what I'm saying. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna keep going. I have to be happy. I have to be able to turn myself off because I will do this all night. I think what would have been better, maybe next time we do it, we'll have and this is just like why we had the Discord for things like this, so that we can actually have the conversation because there's a lag in talking and there's gonna always be miscommunication when trying to uh like in this particular format of trying to communicate. Like I'm talking, then I have to read it, then I have to see if you're talking the same thing. I might ask you something, and then it's like it's 2 minutes later after you wrote it. So like I said, this is not the best format, not the best environment for a conversation. So we will have a better environment later. But like I said, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed everybody that was here. Shout out to all of y'all. I hope
Happy
you
New Year!
right. I hope you guys are having a good New Year so far. I'm enjoying it. I think today was a good day. We got the live done. I got my hair twisted. And 2 days having a meeting with an investor. So I think this week starting off good. I got my goals, change my environment, be more of a man, and have high agency. Right? And with that being said,
Bamboo Project out!
she said.
I'm glad to have
It was
it's
called
Rich.
yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Right, just sit down. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. So if anything, if you can't find, I'll send it to you. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad y'all stuck around, conversation and all that good stuff. I'll holler at y'all. That's what I'm saying. I'll see y'all in the podcast next week.